Hey everybody, welcome to another one of Chris's crazy beer reviews. What's going on, people? I'm not really crazy, swear to God, man. I am drinking something that I probably let me start it off this way. Probably one of my first 10 to 20 beer reviews. I was able to review a Black Creek brewery, historic brewery, porter. Now, I'm pretty sure it was a porter, not a stout. Now I got a pale ale. It was about $3 and some odd cents. Taste of Ontario's brewing heritage. It's a 500 milliliter bottle at 5% ABV. It's an authentic ale brewed in a traditional style. I don't know specifically any beer that I have drank that is considered a pale ale that is brewed in a traditional style. Experience Ontario's rich brewing heritage. Black Creek, this is very small. Black Creek Historic Brewery is located in the heart of Black Creek Pioneer Village in Toronto, Ontario, the homeland. Here we have recreated a working historic brewery where our brewmasters handcraft the same ales enjoyed in Ontario's country villages in the 1800s. Come see us. BlackCreekBrewery.ca. The only thing that bad that I could possibly say about this is I believe that they're produced by Trafalgar Ales and Meads, and we all know about them. If not, you can search my channel. I'm sure you can find a bunch of stuff about Trafalgar Ales and Meads. Anyway, let's find out if that is truly bad or not. Before I pop the cap, just letting you know, I decided to use my trusty Hobgoblin, pint glass here because I got a 500 milliliter beer, and because it's the kind of beer at that volume that I wouldn't mind drinking out of this. Okay, everybody, anybody who's up to date with my videos has to remember that this is about to die. That's why I'm not getting any grip. Oh wow, my ear is like. Smells very much like a pale ale. You know what? It smells very much like Michael Duggan's IPA 9. And I'm specifically choosing that beer because that beer is similar to very many other IPAs, but it has its own very distinguishable taste. That's hitting I know this is considered to be a pale ale, but that's hitting the India Pale Ale IPA right on the freaking head, man. Alright, we got a 2-finger head here because of my aggressive pour. Very, very dark mahogany looking color. It also looks very much like an IPA, pale ale or not. It smells very piney. You can smell hops in there. Piney hops. There's got to be other hops. But that one, some people are able to pick up on some citrusy aromas, but I don't pick up on that at all. All right. Oh, very good. I must say, for the first time in a pale ale that tastes like an India Pale Ale, I was able to pick up on a very peculiar orange taste in this beer. There's also, you know what? There's orange and there's grapefruit, and the sweetness, not the bitterness, but the sweetness of the two are starting to complement each other. Definitely orange and grapefruit. Also, hands down, for the first time ever, I am able to pick up on the grapefruit taste in a beer. No offense to Alessandro. You did tell me later on that there was a little bit of grapefruit in one of your beers. Also, give a big shout out to Alessandro out there. I don't know. You know what? I think it's because the orange and the grapefruit together, they really do complement one another. You get the bitterness of the. I guess I can put it this way: you get the bitterness of the orange, and you get the sweetness of the grapefruit. And when I mean bitterness, I don't mean like strong, like sour face bitterness. I'm just talking about like A solid taste of orange with the slightest bit of bitterness. That's right, bit of bitterness. Wow, that that grapefruit is undeniably in there. Undeniably in there, I say. This is actually quite the quality brew. I am not complaining about this whatsoever. Trafalgar Ales and Meads. If you are producing the Black Creek uh, Brewery or the Black Creek Pioneer Heritage Brewery, kudos to you. You've chosen a very noble source. I wasn't, I originally liked the porter, and then as the porter, as I drank it later on, right before the ending of the season, I was drinking the porter, and you know what? It didn't taste the same. It didn't taste that great. But this is fabulous. This is even better than the porter, and I'm a porter freak. Well, I'm an IPA freak too. Let's see if I can pick up on some any other flavors in here. Yeah, there's no significant bitter aftertaste, and there's no dry aftertaste. It's very, very, very refreshing. I'm really enjoying this brew. If it wasn't for the fact that it was like $3 and something cents a bottle, I wouldn't mind walking into any LCBO with Black Creek Pale Ale and just gulping it down. Now, I want to say something, all right? I could have sworn that I saw the Pale Ale on the shelf at another store maybe about a week or two ago, and it was I kid you not, I read a label that said Black Creek Porter Pale Ale at $12 and something cents. And you know what happened to me today? I walked in there and I'm like, this time there was no price on the shelf, and I was like, all right, well, if there's no price on the shelf, it means it probably doesn't want to tell people that Black Creek Heritage Brewery is selling a beer at 12 whatever the hell cents, $12 and whatever cents. But when I went into LCBO today, it was $3 and like 65 cents or something. I was like, okay, well, I was gonna buy it at 12 just out of curiosity. To be honest with you, if this was $12, I would buy it. That's how good this beer actually is. Let me tell you something else. I don't like oranges. I don't like grapefruit because of how bitter it actually is. Unless it's like got a lot of sugar. When people cut the grapefruit in half, they sprinkle the sugar on top because every time they pull out each of the pockets of the grapefruit, they get a dose of sugar. And what the sugar does is supposed to reduce the bitterness. So it may be possible that they counteracted the bitterness of grapefruit with a lot of sugar, which also means that this beer is probably less good for you if there's that much more sugar in it. But to be completely honest with you, I do not, unlike any other beer I've ever tasted in my life, I do not taste sugar. Very well balanced brew. I'm going to have to give you a damn good rating. Damn good rating. I'm not even at the bottom yet. I'm confident this is going to be like a 4.1 out of 5. Very good brew. Anybody, I try to say this anytime I stumble upon a very unknown pale ale or India pale ale. If you like beers like Michael Duggan's IPA 9, Mill Street Tank House Ale, Flying Monkey's Optical Illusion, and if you want to go a little bit more extreme, I would almost touch base with the Flying Monkeys Netherlands, but you're kind of getting to like a whole other level. It's not really an IPA at that point. But it does share some of the same characteristics as its IPA, or almost pale ale, as it likes to call itself. Very good beer. There was actually another beer out there that I was able to drink recently that had very good. It was considered also a pale ale, and it had very good IPA characteristics. Now, I've seen some other reviewers out there, and they're able to say, okay, this is a Western IPA, this is an Eastern IPA. I don't know what this is, okay, but it's a good IPA. All right, everybody, I'm sticking with it. 4.1 out of 5. Albino Rhino, I saw your Michael Duggan's IPA 9 review. Shout out to Mr. Albino Rhino. But I noticed you didn't give it as good of a rating as I did because of the bitterness. Okay, if you try this mofo right here, I guarantee you're gonna give a better rating for this than you actually did for Michael Duggan's IPA 9. It's not a bad beer whatsoever. All right, everybody, I'm sticking with it. 4.1 out of 5. Don't drink and drive, but drink responsibly. Thank you for joining me on another Christmas beer reviews. Cheers! I gotta keep changing it up, man.